Hey, what's going on, everyone? Gillis TV back here today with another video, and today we're going to talk about the potential of another former Stanley Cup champion joining the Edmonton Oilers and if it makes sense. And the game last night, I was there, pretty good game. We'll get into that too, but if you're new to the channel, like anything Edmonton Oilers related, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Of course, we do all around the NHL as well, but of course, you could see my favorite team is the Edmonton Oilers. That would be greatly appreciated. Now let's get into this. Last night, the Oilers were at home, taking on the Anaheim Ducks, looking to revenge their 5-3 loss about 5 days ago, 6 days ago there. And they did that with Leon Draisaitl scoring the overtime winner. Draisaitl having a really good last 11 games. I believe it's 25 or 26 points in his last 11 games, leading the goal scoring for the NHL. He's having a solid year, and most of this is coming without playing with Connor McDavid. So to see him driving his own line, that's great to see. Now, they had chances last night. The score could have easily been, 7-2, but Stuart Skinner played amazing. The team had chances, and I kind of like Knobloch switching up the line so they're scoring everywhere. The one thing I would change is, as much as I like Matthias Janmark, I think he's a better winger than he is center, and I think he plays the wing a lot better and understands it. But he did a really good job last night too, and that leads us into this player. It has been reported that there is a possibility that Jonathan Toews is going to be returning to the NHL, according to reports from insiders. Now that begs the question. I get the Oilers are old already. When it comes to team average, Toews hasn't played in the NHL since the 22-23 season, but he looks great. He's been really focusing on a lot of stuff and sounds like wants to make a return to the NHL. Now, does that help the Edmonton Oilers? I think the Oilers should go in on Jonathan Toews, bringing in a guy like him, like they did with Duncan Keith to help Bouchard. I think Jonathan Toews could help the likes of McDavid, Draisaitl, and it improves the center depth as well. Now, in the 2022-23 season, Toews had 31 points and was in 53 games. Was a minus 31, but we all know what happened that season, who they drafted first overall, and that team was just in shambles by the end of it. I think that's the same year Patty Kane got traded as well. So he did step away from the game due to personal reasons, but when you look at that minus 31, we look at the team. They had no goaltending. Duncan Keith was gone. Patty Kane was gone. A lot of injuries. The team was basically just, we have these guys, throw them on the ice, and that ultimately is why that is a minus 31. But Jonathan Toews could be a decent player if he is on the Oilers. It would give us center depth. If you look at our center depth, it could easily be McDavid, Draisaitl, Toews, Henrique. That is an amazing center depth. We know what center depth means when it comes to the playoffs, and that would be crucial for the Edmonton Oilers. So just kind of throwing this idea around that, hey, maybe Jonathan Toews wouldn't be a bad option for the Edmonton Oilers to pick up. In his career, he has 883 points in 1,067 games and is a plus 48 there. I'm just going to see what his face-off percentage is here. So career face-off percentage is of 57.3%. That is huge in the playoffs. Yes, I get he hasn't played since the 22-23 season, which in his last season, he was a 63.1%. His numbers actually go up in his last 4 seasons. So adding a guy like Jonathan Toews might not be a bad idea. He might come into the team at a $900,000 range just to be able to try and lift the Stanley Cup again. Sorry, my voice is going. I've had a voice problem last month. Sorry about that. But let me know in the comments what you think, because I really think Jonathan Toews added to this Edmonton Oilers team would be a perfect fit for them. Yes, we are unknown what the status of Evander Kane is at this point, but to make room for Evander Kane, you probably take out Jeff Skinner, or that's probably the option there. But to make room for Jonathan Toews, you'd have to make some shuffling. But if you do that shuffling, you can easily, if you get rid of a forward via trade, you can fill in a defensive spot to make that forward spot open for Jonathan Toews or Evander Kane at that point. So it is tough to see what's going on here, but let me know in the comments what you guys think about possibility of the Oilers going after Jonathan Toews. There were rumors a few years ago when he was kind of debating if he wanted to stay in the NHL, went out for personal reasons. But that's everything for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.